Lesson is over. How to measure an angle. I'm going to give you an angle. Can you tell me what degrees, and can you classify that angle as either acute, right, obtuse, or straight? Let's do a quick review. Acute angle is an angle that's less than 90 degrees. It's a very narrow angle. A right angle is 90 degrees. It looks like a right, it looks like a letter L. So a very narrow angle looks like a perfect L or corner. And it's denoted with a square box near its vertex. Again, vertex is where it bends at. Obtuse angle is a very wide angle. Very wide. And a straight angle is just a straight line. Remember, it is composed of two adjacent right angles. If you put two right angles together, 90 plus 90 is 180. So, acute angle, less than 90 degrees. Right angle, 90 degrees. More than 90 obtuse angle, more than 90 degrees, and a straight angle, 180 degrees. You use a protractor. This is a protractor. Some of you may own it. And you use this protractor to help you measure an angle. As you note, there are two numbers for each line. So it's very important that you know which number. For example, let's start off with our start. Let's say you have an angle. I'm just quickly drawing an angle right here. This is angle ABC. First of all, what type of angle is that? What is that? It is the definition. It looks like an obtuse angle. What can you tell me about an obtuse angle? An obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees. So it's going to be more than 90. So our measure has to be greater than the number 90. So let's start. So we find the horizontal line. So this is 0. We start at 0. So do you see the vertex right here where B is? Look at your protractor. Do you see this line right here? This is where the vertex and a line meet to each other. You line this base side with 0. And then you just count by 10. So you start at 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130 degrees. Is that more than 90? It is. So angle ABC is 130 degrees. Obtuse angle more than 90. Some kids will say, but what about a 50? That's if you started on the left-hand side as count by 10. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it cannot be 50. It has to be a number that's more than 90. Let's try another one. This is DEF. If you had to take a guess, classify this angle. It looks like an acute angle to me. I know the definition of acute angle is less than 90. So we need a number less than 90 degrees. So, this is the vertex. Where do you want to start from? Okay, we'll start 0 right here. Here's 0 degrees. So line up your vertex, line up to 0 degrees. Let's count by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, wait. It's between 50 and 60. It's a little more than 50. What's halfway between 50 and 60? The median is 55. So angle DEF is 55 degrees. Is that number less than 90? It is. So let's again, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's a little higher than 50, so like 55-ish. Let's try another example. Let's make it a little harder. Let's make it this way. This is GHI. What type of angle do you think this is? It looks like an acute angle. Again, the definition of acute angle is less than 90. This is the vertex H. Hey, this one faces the left-hand side, so 0's here. So, count by 10. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's a little more than 60. Look like 65 degrees. So angle GHI is 65 degrees. And let's try our last one. Let's make it even harder, more difficult. This is KLM. Ugh. You know, I'm going to rotate this a little. Kind of crooked. It looks like an obtuse angle. And I know the definition of obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees. So, let's start at 0 here. Here's a vertex. Or do you want to make this 0? Oh, it really doesn't matter. I'll start with 0 here. Let's count by 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130. It's a little less than 140, so it's like 130. It's like a little more than 130, but a little less than like but it's more than 135. 138, I guess? Is that more than 90? It is. Very good. Then let's try our last one, the most hardest one of all. So that's how you measure an angle. So what happens if you had this? A, B, C, D, E. Oh, so many rays. And the question is, find angle A, B, D. So I tell kids, color it. So connect A to B to D. Pretend this and this is not here. It looks obtuse. I know it's more than 90 degrees. So this will be 0. Count by 10 again. So line it up. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Looks a little more than 120, like but a little less than 125, like 122 degrees or something like that. So in measuring an angle, you've got to know the definition of acute, right, obtuse, and straight. You line up your protractor with the vertex. You find the base side, so you can start at 0. You count by 10 until you reach that ray. And then look at the definition to help you answer it. So that's how you measure an angle.